Hey, we are reviewing my channel and seeing where everything is at. So recently I posted a Sent Me a Duel review, top Agora Pantheon player, and utilized some AI to make some cool thumbnails and did a little bit of MS Paint as well to make this Seven Wonders Duel little figure right there. And that's what I've kind of been doing for thumbnails of recently. Um, I've been using AI for a long time doing thumbnails, but Uh, I was using Dolly 2 back in 2023. What? All right. But anyways, um, so currently we're almost to 500 subscribers. We've gotten 13 in the last 28 days. So you divide that out, 500 subscribers is coming up. It's kind of exciting. And then, yeah, so I'm just wondering what makes you all want to watch ranking the best popular board games per category so much, like 191 people watching it in the first day, basically, the first 18 hours. Whereas Sent Me a Duel to Review didn't get so many. So I'm wondering if we can just look at the top 10 here together and see what are the patterns. So thumbnails I know are pretty important, but that number one is number one by a long shot, like really far, but like large margins, what I mean. Now, number two, I know later on after the first day got a lot of growth as well, and maybe is has the same amount. I mean, I've got a phone right here, I can check it out. Um, okay, so looking at just the actual content of the last couple days. All right, so currently the one that's saying in the first 18 hours has 191. It's at 356, so remember that number. And then the Ranking 30 Classic board games, you just gave it enough time. Ranking 30 Classic board games actually overtook it by almost over 100, 460. So that's yeah, around about 100, 104. Okay. So the difference being 106. Oh, 104. All right. So the difference being yeah, just number one, number two, they did quite well. Strategy for five tribes went from 38 to now it's at 71. Sent me a duel to review. That's at 37 currently. That's the most recent one, and we're comparing it to all the others. Now it's in the top half. Okay, I had hoped that it would do better. I had hoped a lot more people would watch this one. I know I made a mistake in the very beginning of it when one of the players, Hassan, took Korea Julia. I rewatched that and I realized that I made a mistake saying that the player put of the two conspiracies, you're allowed to put the one you don't pick on the top or the bottom of the deck, and I messed that up in the very beginning. But it would still count as a view if you watched to that point. I think you only have to watch the first 10 seconds for it to count as a view. Not that I'm going for just a bunch of 10-second watches. I would much prefer people to watch these long form videos all the way through, and this was one of the more longer ones. So, like average view duration, it's saying is 8 minutes 27 seconds, which is better than my typical. So my typical is between a minute 30 to a minute 59. So stayed on longer than 2 minutes. That's good in my book. This video has already gone on for 4 minutes, so if you're still here, thanks so much. Um, see the comments we got. All right, cool, nice. Um, yep, been on YouTube for 5 years, almost to 500 subscribers. It's just, I want to say I haven't been very serious with it, but I feel like I've put in a good chunk of effort, balancing family, job, and everything else, plus like throwing in a YouTube video every now and then. Um, so let me know in the comments below what you are wanting. And I can guess what you're going to say. You're going to say, I like it when you rank things because ranking the best popular board games got a lot of views. Ranking 30 classic board games got a lot of views. Maybe I do more ranking stuff. Okay. Sent me a duel or strategy, that's fine. But I mean, how did strategy end up? It's still not at that 100 views cap. I think typical is 30 views. So by an hour. So let's look like something like this that's been out for a while. The ranking the best popular board games. It's got 359 views. Can I compare this one to others? That's what I want to do. I want to compare this one to other. All right, so people dropped off drastically. Gray is what it normally is. The ranking, people just drop off very quickly. So view duration's only a minute 46, so they just like go, all right, that's too long. I'm not going to watch this whole thing. Thought it would be exciting, but it wasn't. So the ranking gets the views, but not very much as far as watching all the way through. Um, Engagement, audience. Got some unique viewers. If you're a unique viewer, please consider subscribing. Um, if it's your first time and you like it, why don't you subscribe? If it's your second time and you're still not a subscriber, what's your problem? Just you obviously like this. There's like hundreds of thousands of videos online, and you've already hit this one twice, this channel twice. Might as well subscribe at this point. Um, So in the last 90 days, oh, no, I don't want to actually watch any videos. Go back to the video analytics. Okay. In the last 90 days, viewers watched sorting, ranking, um, a recent video that was 2 days ago. Okay, that makes sense. They're gonna watch recent videos. Please Don't Build That Wonder got a lot of goodness from that. 223 views in just the last 90 days. Ranking, and that was a game. So sometimes the gameplay videos don't get a lot of views. They usually break 100, but not always. Um, but yeah, ranking the top 50 to 100 board games. A lot of these ranking ones get some reoccurring views, so those are nice. Ranking 30, ranking race powers. That one only got 76. So ranking what? Race powers? That doesn't, I don't understand what that means. Maybe I need to change the title on that one, but that one I put a lot of effort into that video, whereas ranking 30 classic board games, I put like zero effort into that one. I just found somebody else's list of 30 board games and I said, all right, cool, I'll just rank it. And that ended up working out. I'd like to do low effort and high views, and low effort and lots of view time, meaning you enjoy what you're watching and you continue to watch it. My thoughts on pop culture, fantasy movies, franchises. 27 views. That needs to be updated. I need to mess with this one. I need to like edit it or something. Oh, there we go again. Okay. So we're gonna go to that video and say ranking, because apparently the word ranking is a little bit catchy. So we can now see all the videos that are going to come up in the future. You can see I've got a lot of different videos coming up. Don't want to like show off all of them, but I think I just did. Where was the ranking instead of my thoughts. Now, why I left worked better than ranking. When I said why I left Board Gamer's opinion on Dungeons and Dragons, and that was a ranking video, but 316, I think that I just really like poured my heart out into that one, and so I wonder how that one did. But first, before I do anything, I'm going to change my. Yeah, I just passed it. I'm going to say ranking pop culture fantasy movies franchises. All right, cool. Actually, I'm going to capitalize it because who knows? Maybe people will like it more. I don't know. We are ranking those. Why I Left is another ranking one, but it got over 300 views, mainly probably because it's about Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe if I put the word ranking in the title, it would have helped. These are things I think about, right? I do have rank in here in description, so if like AI goes through and looks through the descriptions of videos and somebody types in ranking, then they could get ranking. If they said rank, they could get rank. Um, Typing in rank gets ranks and rank, but typing in ranking only gets ranking. So it's kind of how that goes. You want something longer like that. Um, Things like that make me think, do you want to space out board game or do you want just one word board game? Do you capitalize the G and do camel case? All right. So we save that. Well, how did this one go as far as video analytics? Let's go back to the studio and see if we can look at the analytics for each of them, specifically this one, because I am curious about how it did. Um, can I look at just I want to go to the video analytics for some of these other ones. Nope, don't want that. I mean, if it's already come out already, I should be able to look at the video analytics for it. Try this again. So, analytics, here we go. Video analytics, will it compare the last 10? No. It should, though. It should compare. On the app, it does compare. See advanced mode? It does compare the last 10 videos and how it compares. Nothing like that. Um, I don't know how to work advanced mode, but all the views are going to be in around the time when it came out, usually. So details? No, I want to look at the analytics. So I'll stay in the analytics area. Reach and 13. Where do I compare it to the last 10? Content suggesting this video. I don't understand any of these things that are suggesting this video. None of them are based on Dungeons and Dragons, are they? Um, Browse features. How they found it. What were they browsing? Am I able to see? How do they say like why I left Dungeons and Dragons? Like interesting. Okay. Um, how do I compare it to the other 10 that are around? I like that. Being able to compare the last 10. below typical. So all the ranking ones tend to be below typical. Like you think, oh, this is gonna be great. They're gonna rank all of them, and you go, I don't think I have time to watch all of the rankings. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. You eyes are bigger than your stomach. You think, oh, 22 minutes of ranking things? That should be well thought out and good. And then you get there and you're like, this all tastes like white rice. I do not like this YouTuber's voice. They've been speaking for 15 minutes and I'm ready to call it a day. Um, and he doesn't even know how to make it so you can look at the last 10 and see how it rack and stacks with the last 10 videos. There's a way. It's not in these analytics. I mean, maybe this advanced mode has a way. Add a comparison. Um, what to compare? Uh, what metric are we comparing? Um, subscribers? No. Let's do watch time or engaged views. Sure. Views with engaged views. What's the difference? Okay, and then can I add others? Can I add other top content in the last 28 days? What are we comparing this to? Okay. Thought by adding a comparison, it would allow me to add other videos and compare them to other videos, but I guess not. Um, it'd be cool to like stack these up with adding more to this table here. Nope, nothing. There's got to be a way. I'm gonna send some feedback. Well, that was unfortunate. I'm so used to working with it off of my phone. Thought the app would be, or the computer would make it easier. But that is just real time me trying to figure out the YouTube computer version, the YouTube analytics on the computer. Yeah, this overview. Part of the overview should show what how it compares to other videos nearby and around that video. I mean, I swear, if I just look up analytics, YouTube Studio, and then I just look up why I left, Board Gamer's opinion, it says, see it, it says, whoa, 1 of 10. All right, let's see. There you go. 1 of 10. Okay. And I click on that 1 of 10, and then it shows why I left is at the very top. Then you look and see the views of others and what they were, all the way to the very bottom. Like, do you know these birds? Nobody cared about that video. Anyways, we'll go back to the beginning, our analytics. We'll see your top content in this period. Oh, we're looking at the last 28 days. Okay. And that symbol means AI, I think. so I could brainstorm content for other things. That's kind of exciting. So ranking 30 classic board games, very easy to create. Got me 459 views, but very low view duration. High view duration tends to be still that Honey Buds Deluxe versus normal video that I made so long ago. Kind of kicked off this channel. I was comparing two different versions because I couldn't find anything out there about comparing both versions. That video probably has my highest views. Um, so all these over 100. That's okay. Views by content. Okay. Oh, so this is exciting. This is showing all of them on board in the house. Could I select like a couple? No, no. Just you have to select the whole channel. My goodness. And this one is only showing the top 5 on this chart, I'd imagine. So if I just click this blue one, then it will only show the blue. Ranking best popular games, board games by category. And these are views in the last 28 days. Okay, so now I'm learning. That's cool and exciting. And you can see where the views happened. Like these top 5. Honey Buzz is just an evergreen, just constantly being seen. So you compare that red line that's just constantly getting views, 143 views overall in the last 28 days, to these ones that just recently came out. Does it show you when they came out? Let's see, like publish date. Uh, I want to add the publish date to these. So now that I just organized them based on publish date, the publish date was at the bottom. I want to organize them by views now. Okay. But it's nice to put the publish date in there. Okay, so we'll do just the publish date. If I click this one, it shows total, all the views total, how it has been going. We'll get rid of all of these except we'll get rid of total. Ranking. Now here's how we compare them. That didn't take so long, just 23 minutes to figure this out. So we're gonna rank them, put them by publish date, and then, oh, obviously all of them by publish date are gonna get a lot of views towards the very end. We'll put this guy, any of them that got over 200. Why I left, ranking the top 1 to 50, ranking top 50 to 100 didn't get so much. And then any others with over 200? Nope, okay. So any that were over 200, and then the last 5, we can compare them. Okay, ranking the best popular board game per category, that purple line really got a lot. All these other ones, the Wingspan one recently, not so good. The Pharmacist one, not so good. That's pink line. The one-turn strategy for Yokohama, not so good. Sent me a duel to review. It's just taking off, but not so good. Ranking the best popular board game was the last banger that we had on this channel, August 25th. It is August 29th. We need another banger, and I was really hoping Sent Me a Duel to Review would be that banger. There's still time. There's still time to improve. But, yeah. Good thumbnail. I thought that was a cool thumbnail. You got the Roman soldier holding a tablet showing Seven Wonders Duel. Exciting stuff. One turn strategy and 5 tribes. That's a light blue. Let's see where that light blue line goes. A little bit. Okay. I had fun in MS Paint making the neck for that that camel right there, stretching it out. Made the neck. Um, because the necks are not actually that long. But so the orange was ranking the top 100 to 5 or to 50 board games. That green was a huge jump. Why I left, the day it came out, it really shot up. By August 13th, it was getting less and less views though. The blue one had two different little humps. The 30 classic board games was like, hey, this is interesting. And then it said, oh, it is very interesting. And then it got a lot more. So I think the two humps is interesting. And that probably will happen in things that are like evergreens, like the comparing multiple types of board games. Those will continue to get views throughout, hopefully, like comparing the deluxe versus the normal version of Honey Buzz, just continually getting views and not having just one single peak, but maybe other peaks throughout. And ranking the best popular board game per category, that had a huge peak and it has since died down. Now I'm gonna look at some of the ones on the channel by publish date. Still processing. Please check back later. Um, Maybe not by publish date. Maybe just by views. Compare the views. Um, we'll see based on their published date which one, like where they were from. So, Honeybuzz, December 14th, long ago, still hanging out there. We'll get rid of these other ones. We'll look at old ones, ones that were prior to 28 days that are still getting some buzz, if you will. Okay, so like 8 views this day, 8 views this day, 13 views this day, just common clicks. We're looking for old ones that are still getting stuff. So Arc Nova unboxing in 6 minutes. That blue line still getting hits, and that was a long time ago. Strategy for Seven Wonders Dual Age 1 cards tier list. That needed to be updated. I updated it multiple times, but it's still the most viewed one, I think. Still getting views. It's probably because it's the first one on the Seven Wonders Dual playlist on YouTube. When the Traitor is So Obvious, Shadows over Camelot. Still getting views. That was a short. I don't do very many shorts on this channel, but that orange one, you see. But that was old. Looking at more old ones. Um, Seven Wonders Duel Best Wonders ranked. As far as the base game, that's going to be a pink line. This day it got 5 views. You'll notice most days it's getting views. Here it got 0 views though. But I like the ones that are continually getting views throughout, just continually growing. Those are nice. So yeah, those are pretty much all the, maybe I'll show some old Seven Wonders ones. Seven Wonders Dual Expansion Agora versus Pantheon win. That one was an old one for sure. Strategy versus Law. This was a weird thumbnail. That's actually using DALL-E, very old AI. 2022 used AI to make something. All right. Make a weird thumbnail there. Strategy versus Law. And I would make transparent things. I was just keeping those thumbnails. Top 100 Board Game Geek board games ranked in 2021. See the orange and the pink here. How did they fare? So the orange and the pink. Well, And the trader is so obvious. That's a pretty high orange. The yellow top 100 board games, that's not very many. So we see here the main lines are the purple Honey Buzz Deluxe and When the Trader is So Obvious. My best short and my best video, most views video, Honey Buzz Deluxe versus normal, providing the highest peaks throughout, purple and orange. There's a red one right there. That's Seven Wonders Duel Best Wonders ranked. But mainly the top peak for these old videos. Wait, there's a peak right here for Arc Nova unboxing. People like Arc Nova. I don't know much about Arc Nova strategy, but I know how to unbox it. All right, so this was good. I think I'm gonna do maybe like 3-minute stuff rather than 30-minute stuff of recapping each week. But that was not too bad, and I'm glad I'm able to learn how to compare the videos over time now. All right, thanks so much for watching this, and catch you later.